Hello and welcome to this presentation of the new Snapshot. This particular presentation will focus on action steps. This is the new term that we're using instead of the word goals in the program review to describe the actions, improvements, innovations that your program would like to undertake in the coming year or 2 years. Through this presentation, you should be able to apply a definition of action steps and understand the difference between the term goals and the term action steps, as well as some other strategic planning words, and then to apply the acronym SMART when you're developing your action steps. When we discuss strategic planning, we use words that you're familiar with, such as strategic priorities, which are the overarching themes or buckets that we like to call them, that address all of the major aspects of the college mission. Our institutional goals are broader, more specific initiatives that are intended to support the mission, but they may have many moving parts. They may involve many divisions or offices on campus and have a very broad impact. The institutional objectives are much more specific than the goals, but they are in support of those goals and then by extension support of the priorities and the overall mission. And objectives may be time specific. Action steps, on the other hand, that's the new term we're using in our program reviews. These are one or more very specific activities that are planned at the program or division level to support an institutional planning priority, goal, or objective. You can have multiple action steps that support an institutional goal. But keep in mind that action steps do not include specific resource allocations. The action step that you develop is intended to be a vision for where you want your program to go, or an innovation or an improvement. Resource allocations may be submitted as a component of an action step, but the resource need, such as a new faculty member or a new computer, this is not itself the action step. In this visual, you can see how the strategic planning terms that we use work together and the hierarchy of those terms. And if you look all the way down at the bottom of the visual, you'll see that action plans and action steps, which is again the term we use in program review, action steps make up the vast majority of our planning when it comes to supporting the overall mission, vision, and values of the college. To be more specific about the definitions of goals versus action step, a goal is a broader initiative touching multiple facets of a program. For example, a goal may be to identify and prompt students who are eligible for certificates or degrees to petition for an award. But when we talk action steps, these are much more precise. For example, increase the number of notifications sent to students who are eligible for a certificate or degree to petition for an award by 20% by spring 2017. You'll see new elements introduced, such as a quantifiable measurement for the action step and a time frame within which you wish to accomplish that action step. We apply the acronym SMART when we talk about the development of action steps as a guideline to help you create action steps that are going to be effective. Action steps that you'll be able to work with in the future, and again, action steps that are not resource requests. An action step should be specific as much as it can be, written in very clear and definite terms, and it should be measurable. There should be a clear outcome that can be either quantified or it can be measured with a tool somewhere down the road, and you're already thinking about what that tool might be to measure the progress on your action step. An action step should be assignable if possible. Who will be responsible for initiating progress on the action step? It should also be reasonable, something that you can actually achieve within the area that, within the time period that you establish for yourself, and which is relevant to the area of responsibility that you have on campus or in the district. And of course, action steps should be time-bound. When will this outcome be done? And provide a specific time frame. Remember that in future program reviews, you can always revise your time frame to be more realistic with the resources available. So a few reminders. Action steps are not resource requests. Action steps themselves should define the short and long-term vision of your program, and they should encourage innovation and program improvement. But most importantly, action steps should be measurable. This is how we measure the strategic plan, by looking at the progress we're making on our action steps. And in order to be an effective institution and to comply with our accreditation standards, it's important that we're able to do this. So thank you for your attention, and please check back to our program review resources website, our support materials website, for other videos, including videos on filling out the new snapshot.